700 million?
I
And
was watching it every day.
this video is just incredible. It's basically about the life of an astronaut in the ISS. And she does it in such a simple way. Like, you did it in such a simple way. Anybody that's watching will understand what's going on, will be engaged, and you just cannot stop watching, honestly, because you demonstrate every single bit of every detail that goes on in the day of an astronaut in the ISS. First of all, I have to praise that video, number one. Number two, let's get down to that video and try to demonstrate a little bit to the audience here the life of an astronaut. All right, so now we are in the ISS. We're in the ISS. How do you guys eat?
Well, we all have to eat, right? A lot of people ask the question, are you able to swallow? You know, I've had that question quite a bit, and it's
Exactly.
like, absolutely, it's not any different. So we try to keep the pressure the same as here on Earth, 14.7 psi, but there's no gravity or microgravity that's there. So we're in t-shirt and shorts, living on the ISS for the most part, something like casual clothes, like we're wearing right here, and we're fine.
How do you get dressed?
You know, you don't have to fold your clothes. That's really nice. All you do is like let them hang, or put them near the wall, and they'll just stay there, and they don't get wrinkly. So that's really a nice thing, because I don't like folding my clothes. My mother could attest to that. But anyway, so all you do is open them up and fly in if that's how you're intended to do, or you can just pull your pants on, for example. But it's pretty much like here on Earth, except for you don't have to like really lift your leg up. You could just fly your legs in if you need to. But eating, going back to eating just a little bit, there's a couple different types of food that we have up there. Irradiated food, which is food that's already prepared. It's in a bag, and all we have to do is heat it up. And you've got the whole gamut of food for that. We have like lasagna, sweet and sour chicken, shrimp cocktail, all sorts of wonderful things. Also, we have food that's in cans. That again, all you have to do is heat it up, usually some type of meat, beef or chicken or lamb, and those are really wonderful. It's already done, and all you have to do is open it up. And then there's stuff that needs to be hydrated, so you add water to it and let that sit for a little bit. Strawberries were one of my favorite that we hydrate. So there's all sorts of food up there, for one thing. Now it does get a little bit boring, and it's nice to have some spice.
Yes, yep.
Exactly. What is the entertainment options that you have?
Yeah, for food, I liked having garlic paste. I'm not sure my crewmates liked it when I had garlic paste, because I think I smelled a little bit, but it makes the food taste a whole lot better, just having some type of spice. What kind of spice did you add?
Yes, I remember when in my mission, I took Arabic food, UAE food, and we used a lot of spices in our food. So
yeah.
we took a couple of like madruba and sarona, which is like from UAE cuisine, and the crew loved it because the spices there is really it's very like strong and it's obvious there. So it was interesting to share it with the crew, to share the culture also. That was really important. And I think the variety is important to have. Sometimes there's fresh fruits coming from the cargo, which is really psychologically, I would say, it is helping us.
What about the entertainment parts? Like, how do you get entertained? I'm pretty sure, like, you guys get bored.
You can call friends on ground. You can call them.
Internet connection is
Yes,
good?
internet connection is there, so you can call anyone you want.
Do you have internet the whole time?
Yes, it's depends on the satellite coverage, but it's
Okay.
always there. Yes,
Okay.
but you can call anyone. They cannot call you. You can call them.
Huh.
Yes.
Well, I'm a runner, and I don't necessarily love running on a treadmill, but you have to run on a treadmill while you're up there, right? You're not really going outside. I like going outside so I can smell food while I'm running, wherever I'm running through, or feel, the wind on my face. But on the treadmill, maybe you could smell some really good Arabic food. I wish I was up in space with you. But when you're running, sometimes you do get a little bit like this is monotonous on the treadmill. And so we do have entertainment also. On the computer, we have a support staff, that behavioral health group that sends up maybe your favorite TV shows, maybe your favorite movies, music, news, and that type of thing. So you can watch entertainment while you're exercising or while you're relaxing on the weekend.
So you guys exercise regularly?
It's 2 hours and a half every day mandatory.
Has to be.
Yes, has to be. Yeah.
Is it challenging though?
It's not. It's requirement, and you know why it's there, because it's gonna help you to come back from that mission, long duration mission, so healthy, and you can recover faster because there is a muscle atrophy, there is bone density loss as you go, stay up there for long duration, and by doing that, it's going to mitigate that effect.
You know, a friend of mine said that a person shrinks after they come back from space. Is that true? Because that sounded odd for me.
Well, you sort of grow while you're in space generally.
Really?
And the whole thought of that is, you know, your head is pretty heavy and your head sits on your spine. And with gravity, everything is getting pushed down. And between, you know, the vertebrae, there's a little material that's like a sponge. So when you're in space and your head doesn't weigh anything, that sponge material sort of increases, grows between your vertebrae. And so when I was up there, I think I grew about 2 centimeters. And unfortunately, when you come back home, you're back into gravity, you can't avoid it, you can't get around it, and your head pushes your spine back down again.
I don't want to really get technical in the next question, but it's pretty challenging to go to the bathroom, isn't it?
It is challenging. You will use.
I can tell from your answer.
Yes.
From your stuttering,
Yes,
I can tell that
so
it was
the
very
equipment
challenging.
there it is designed in a way there's no gravity, so everything's gonna float. So the way you control things by suction, by like you switch on the fan, and it's gonna
a suction, right?
Yes, it's gonna like direct everything downward towards like big container, and you just fill it.
What about if you get sick in space? What happens? Do you guys get sick? Like the rest of us?
I got sick the first day that I was in space.
How so?
And again, gravity, right? Gravity, gravity, gravity. Everything that we do here is with gravity, right? So I was up in space and we got, you know, the engines shut down, started to work on the mid-deck of the space shuttle because I flew on the shuttle. And there's a lot to do, and there's it's a much bigger space than the Soyuz. It's probably 4 of these chairs put together here. So you have the ability to twirl yourself around right immediately. Now, the gentleman who I was up there with, Bob Kirby, says, "Sonny, don't do that." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine. And I kept doing this, and I'm doing the work that I had to do, twirling around. You know, I was chuckling to myself because I didn't have to bend down and pick something up. I just flipped myself upside down. And he's like shaking his head, "Don't do that." And before you knew it, I threw up. And why did that happen, right? Because gravity here, right, is helping you with balance. Your inner ear is all used to gravity, and when you're up in space and you don't have gravity having that major force on you, you sort of lose that ability to understand where your balance is. And I was flying around so fast, my head and my stomach just couldn't keep up with what was going on, and everything just came out. Luckily enough, we fly a little bag that has a towel around it, so as you throw up, you can sort of clean up a little bit, and then you just get back to work again.
And you guys miss space after what you just said? Because I always hear from you guys miss going back to space all
I'm
the
smarter
time.
now.
Huh?
I'm smarter now.
Definitely, I mean, like being there, it's a unique opportunity. I mean, like doing science and living with amazing people from all around the world, and also to look at Earth from there. It is so surreal. It is so mesmerizing view, and you want to see it again. And I want to see it a little bit further. I want to see Earth rise from the moon.
Yeah, let's talk more about that. هزة التجارب العلمية اللي أنت أجريتها في الفضاء، تكلمنا شوي عنها.
بلا شك الهدف الأول من ذهاب البشر للفضاء هو التجارب العلمية، هو الاستكشاف. خلال المهمة الأولى أنا قمت بأكثر من 16 تجربة، كان أغلبها يعنى بتأثير انعدام الجاذبية على جسم الإنسان. كان شيء منها يعنى أيضا بتجارب مختلفة. من التجربة اللي ممكن أذكرها هي تجربة الفلويدكس، فيزياء الموائل، كانت بالتعاون والشراكة مع وكالة الفضاء الأوروبية إيسا. طبعا كنت في الوحدة الأوروبية اللي يطلق عليها كولومبوس، كان في نوع من خزانات بأحجام مختلفة. الخزانات هاي كنا نحن نحط فيها نوع من السوائل، وفي انعدام الجاذبية التأثير على السوائل هاي يختلف على حجم وتشكيلة الخزان. طبعا هذه التجارب جدا مهمة، لأن نفس الخزانات هاي تصمم للصواريخ للطائرات عشان تقلل أو تزيد من كفاءة الخزان والوقود في المهمات هذه، حتى في مهمات إطلاق الصواريخ للفضاء الخارجي. فكنا جزء من هذه المهمة. وسمير سلطان بعد سوى نفس التجربة في مهمته. في تجارب في أدوية معينة، في على مرض السكري على سبيل المثال، مرض الزهايمر، في بروتين في الفضاء سبحان الله في انعدام الجاذبية ينمو بطريقة أسرع، وهذا البروتين يعني يخصص لمرض الزهايمر. فتجارب جدا مختلفة. ليش نحن نذهب للفضاء؟ عشان نجعل الأرض مكان أحسن للعيش فيه.
وهذا يعني أنا سألت قبل شوية سونيتا هذا السؤال، ليش قاعدين إحنا نستثمر يعني أعداد هائلة من الدولارات، مليارات الدولارات في الفضاء وإحنا عندنا مشاكل كثيرة؟ بس أنت جاوبت على هذا السؤال، إنه إحنا قاعدين أصلاً وإحنا بالفضاء نحل مشاكل في الأرض. هزاع، أريد أعرف، طبعاً إحنا تكلمنا عن الإلهام، أنت قلت ملهميك، مين ألهمك في حبك للفضاء وخوضك في هذا المجال، لكن هل تذكر أي كلمات تشجيع لا تنسى من قادة الإمارات العربية المتحدة التي فعلاً كانت هي إلهامك طول الوقت، التي لا تنساها يعني؟
طبعاً الحديث يمكن يطول في هذا الشيء، لأن دائما نحن نجلس ويا قادتنا، يعني عندنا فرص كثير لله الحمد. بعد مهمة زميل السلطان كنا ياسين ويا سيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد الله يحفظه في المطار. كانت جلسة خاصة، كنا نحن فقط الرواد ياسين ويا سيدي صاحب السمو. فقال صراحة كلام جميل، قال أنا صراحة اليوم فخور فيكم. اليوم هذا الإنجاز اللي أنتم سويتوه هذا يسطر في تاريخ دولة الإمارات. لازم يكون هذا الجهد في الفترة القادمة مضاعف، ولازم أنتم اليوم تفكرون كيف تنقلون هذه التجربة للأجيال القادمة. يعني كلمة سيد صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد يقول أنا فخور فيكم كانت جدا جدا جميلة. قال عيالي يعطيكم العافية، وصراحة يعني هذا الإنجاز اللي سويتوه نحن كنا نحلم فيه من فترة طويلة، فهذا جدا مهم الدعم. ونحن في دولة الإمارات ولله الحمد قيادتنا يعني نحن محظوظين فيهم صراحة، يعني يعاملوننا معاملة الأب لابنه، ونستشعر هذا الشيء بالجلوس معهم. يعني الحديث معهم كان حديث يعني كأنك جالس مع والدك وتكلمه عن مهمتك الفضائية.